promote this call, that's fine. I'm not going to promote it because I really want to focus on really just getting into your heads and just kind of showing you tonight what's possible for the next 30 days. So we're live, and I just want to say thank you, everybody. It's been a minute since we've done a hangout because we've been revamping the leadership, and we've been kind of like waiting on the sidelines, waiting for something big to happen because, you know, you can only have so many hangouts and calls on a weekly basis with the same stuff. We definitely needed, you know, to revamp the vision for our team and for our personal goals, which I'm really excited because now, like, you know, it's weird how the universe works because I was like, man, like, there's got to be something that can actually help our team get real results and get results that will stick and get a result that's big enough that will help everybody create a long-lasting business, just like for me. I'll tell you this is, you know, and then we'll kind of go around and share, you know, why we join and empower. That's what we usually do on these hangouts. But I promise you this right now. If there's one thing that I could tell you, that the reason why, you know, Kim and I generate, you know, anywhere online, whether it's in Empower or whether it's through our coaching business on the side that we just recently opened up, you know, we've been averaging anywhere from 16 to 25,000 a month for the past 4 months. Michael Lee has been attest to that. He's lived in our apartment, so he obviously knows that that's true. Some of you guys have met me in person, and you know that's true. And you know, there's nothing special about me. I just made a decision, and so did Kim, to make a decision when our mentors came together and said, hey, this is what we're going to do to create this result, and we just followed. So the reason why we're successful today, and the only real reason, like from a marketing standpoint, in the marketplace on why we continue to create more results and just continue to grow is because of credibility. Okay, I want you to write that down, credibility. And I'm going to tell you a story, and then we're going to kind of introduce ourselves here. Well, I went to my first event in Austin, Texas, January 2013, and again, I went there broke. I had $50 to my name. I bought McDonald's food, fries, milkshakes. I was broke, and I was taking care of somebody else, and I didn't have any money, didn't have any capital. I had to borrow money, right? And again, I sold my car, sold my television, sold it all because all my life I've been playing it kind of small, right? And because I've been playing small all my life, I got the results that I got, which was frustrated, broke, making no more than $2,000 a month, and you know, I was done playing a small game in life. You know, and then I made the decision to play big because I'm like, shit, you know, if that person's creating a 5-6 figure monthly income, why not me? That's all my attitude was. And you know, so I went to Austin, Texas, with the hope that this business was going to do it for me. And you know, I met Dave Sharp, who's the co-founder of Empower, and he came into the Dream Team room and he said, you know, he started talking stories and stuff like that, like everybody else always does, right? But the thing that he said to me really just like blew my mind because I knew that that's all I needed to become successful in this business. And he said, all you need, right? And I felt like he was looking at me with his soul-piercing eyes. I don't know if you've ever like met Dave Sharp in person, but Gina, you met Dave Wood, right? And he looks at you straight in the eyes, like with like. It feels like he's just piercing your soul, right? It's extremely intense the way he looks at you, and that's what Dave Sharp was doing to me in the room. And he said, all you need to be successful in business, it doesn't matter what you're promoting, okay, is credibility, right? And all you got to do is get a check in your hand. You do 2 of those things here, you'll win, and you'll forever grow your business to a business that you could have only dreamed of, you know. And I'll tell you this, you know, there's really nothing special about me at all. I came into this business with 0 marketing experience, 0 business experience, just like some of you have never done internet marketing before. Neither did I at all, right? And I'm succeeding at this level. So why am I succeeding? Because of the decisions that I have made. Some of you are going to make some very intelligent decisions over the course of the next 5 days. But before we talk about those decisions, talk about where you're, you know, about this month, about how you can make this your biggest month ever, let's introduce each other and let's get to know one another really quickly. So if you don't mind, Sam, I am, you go ahead and begin with that and show everybody how you do a testimonial, first of all, right? Go for it. Nope. You got to unmute yourself.
All right, can you guys hear me? All right, guys, my name's Samantha Luna, and I came into this business because I was struggling really, really bad. I was following people that were flashing money in front of my face, but that money actually didn't even belong to them. They didn't make it through the company. And I knew that I needed to find someone that I could connect with and actually help me in my business, right? So then I had came across someone that was in Empower, and I had signed in through them, but that person ended up actually moving along, right? So
She went into the witness protection program.
yeah, that's exactly what happened. So what I did was this is what happened. I reached out to Paul, right? And Paul's the kind of person is gonna if you want to succeed, Paul's gonna tell you exactly what you need to do, right? But at that point, when Paul told me do what you have to do to get all in, and one of the things that he mentioned was, how bad do you want this? If you want this bad, you're going to figure out how to get that money, right? And one of the things he mentioned was, if you have to get rid of your car, do what it takes. And in my mind at that time, I wasn't clear with my vision. And I was like, honestly, I was like, is he nuts? How am I going to get rid of my car? I need my car. You know what I mean? So to me, it was like I needed to kind of have that breakthrough to be able to have a clear vision, because whenever Paul had came to Dallas and I messaged him and Kim, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go meet up with you guys. And when I met Paul, I always thought, he has to have some kind of superpowers, because how is this guy coming in with no experience, killing it, while there's people that take 10 plus years just to create the income that he's doing, right? So I was like, okay, I'm willing to do what it takes, but I felt like I needed something to kind of just turn on that switch inside me that Kimberly Denise was talking about. And I did not know what the hell she was talking about when she said that, right? So I ended up going, I met Paul and I hung out with him and Kim, and I was like, he's like perfectly normal. Like, he's just like me. And I am afraid of roller coasters, right? And this is when I realized that that switch inside me that Kimberly was talking about had turned on. And this whole time I thought it was on, but it really wasn't, because I wasn't willing to do what it took to be able to, do what I had to do to go all in, right? So I ended up going to Six Flags with them, and I feared roller coasters. And the first thing we went to was the Titan, right? So I had already told them, no, I'm not going to get on. And something inside me was like, you're always running away
Wait, but why
from.
weren't you can you tell them the story? Because it's just so funny of why you weren't gonna get on that specific ride.
I wasn't going to, which one, the Titan or the Texas Giant?
The Texas Giant, right?
Okay, the Texas Giant, it was a story about, it was a true story. A lady had actually flown off of it, and she died. And this had happened a few months before. So I said, I was basing my future, I guess my life, on what had happened to her. So I was afraid without even trying it myself, right? And it's kind of like in business, you see other people succeeding and stuff like that, and you're seeing what they're doing, and they're telling you exactly what you need to do, right? But yet, like, fear just stops you. But all you need to do is just take that leap of faith, and you'll be able to just do it, right? So I was like, no, Paul, I'm not going to get on it. I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm not going to do it, right? So then I kind of felt like I was up against the wall, right, with fear. And I was like, you know what? It's either you do this or you don't. And I'm going to tell you, this, guys, and Paul and Kim know this. When I got on, after I got on that ride, I felt so confident. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I was walking to every other roller coaster, like, confident, like, I'm about to get on this next one, and I'm about to get on this next one. Like, I was so confident to where I felt this thing inside me, just like, I guess it's that switch that Kim was talking about and Paul, right? I felt like nothing could stop me. Like, I was unstoppable. And I was like, you know what, Paul, I'm ready. I'm going to go all in. I'm going to do what it takes. I'm being honest with you guys. I just had a garage sale today. I took everything, clothes that I loved, shoes that I loved, right? TVs, everything, because I said it's all or nothing, right? And my car, it's going too. So after you feel that switch turn on, it's like you believe in yourself so much that you know this is gonna work, that you have no doubt inside you. So all this stuff, you know, that was going through my mind, oh, you can't get rid of your car, you need it. You can't do this, you need it. You can't do that, you need it. That's not true. It's just fear getting in your way of the decisions that are actually going to take you where you want to go. So that was a moment when I felt like, okay, I'm ready. You know, I'm ready. I was always saying I was ready, but I really wasn't. But thanks to Paul and Kim, you know, I was able to really face my fears and actually realize that it's not as bad as you think it is. And you can get all that stuff back. If you need to sell your car, you can get, once you start banking it, you get a better car. You know, I saw the lifestyle that Paul lived, and I can tell you this, guys, I want to do that all the time. I mean, these guys travel, they do whatever they want, they're always happy. I was just like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So that's why I said, you know what, if all this stuff has to go, it is what it is. As long as I have my laptop and some food, I'm okay. So I'm all in, and I'm willing to do what it takes. And, you know, I got my ticket for the event. I didn't know how the hell I was going to pay for my flight, but I was just like, you know what, things will fall into place, and I'm going to be there no matter what happens. So.
Awesome. By the way, good job, and I'm going to give you another round of applause for that. And I don't know if you, for who went through the Costa Rica, I think it's like module 4, like metaphor experiences. But I don't know if you know, but that was like a complete, like a perfect example of a metaphor experience that you can relate to helping people make new decisions. Like that was flawless, like the whole roller coaster thing. So good job on that. You should use that, you know.
And I was scared, Paul. You know, I even walked away.
I
walked away. I was going down.
Get on.
I was going down the stairs, and I just paused, right? And I was like, what are you doing? Every time something feels uncomfortable to you and it's new to you, you do this. You need to stop. You need to just stop, turn around, and get your ass on that roller coaster. And that's exactly what I did. And I told Paul, okay, I'm going to do it. You know, and it wasn't as bad. After that, I felt so confident that I could just get on any roller coaster and everything was going to be okay. I couldn't base my decisions on what happened to someone else, you know? And it's just like in business, if you're not going to take, you know, that lady, the reason why she had died is because she didn't strap her buckle right. They told her exactly what she was supposed to do. There were signs everywhere. Buckle right. It's just like in business. Paul's telling you, hey, do what you have to do to get all in. Get on the calls. Do this, do that, you know? And if you're not going to listen, of course, you're not going to get the results that you want. So that is why I was stuck for so long. But the real problem was myself. It's not that I thought Paul was crazy. Paul was actually freaking smart and telling me exactly what I needed to do. But I was my own enemy that was keeping me behind from what I really wanted. So I'm done with that person, right? I'm done with that person. So this is me, and I promise you guys that I'm going to do whatever it takes, and we're all going to be there together at the event and just blow it.
I believe you, Sam, and I'll just tell you this, is that, you know, this attitude and energy that you had is the same attitude and energy I had when I first found this business. Like, I already knew I was going to be successful because, and I just want to, you know, before we pass it on really quick, I want to help you guys understand the industry facts, right? Because here's the truth about the network marketing space is that 95% of people fail. Okay, what we're gonna do in this hangout is discuss how each and every single one of you is going to have the opportunity to make a $10,000 a month income in the next 30 days. I'm going to talk about the details on how you're going to be able to do that. And of course, this is being recorded, so I do have to put a disclaimer. Results aren't typical. Visit our incomedisclosure.com at empowernetwork.com/income. But we are going to teach you how we're going to be involved, Kim and I, in that process, because we've been having to pull back on the curtains, actually get back behind the curtains and kind of reevaluate how we can help our team more effectively rather than just on hangouts and calls, right? And then, of course, we're going to talk about the new changes in Empower, and then we're going to have a Q&A that way later on. That way, if you guys have any questions or you have any questions that you have during this process, you're more than welcome to ask. But let me just relay the facts really quick for you, okay? There's only really two options that you have in life in general, right? You can make linear income, which is at your job, which is you trade your time for dollars, or you can make passive residual income from owning a business, owning a franchise, selling a product or a service. Okay? That's really it. Or you can steal it, or you can be like a hooker on the streets or something, right? Like on the corner or something like that. There's a lot of ways that you can do it. But if you want to like understand the facts in this industry, there's a lot of programs out there. Okay, there's a lot of programs where you can make, or where you can sell $100 products, $500 products, $25 products, and it's all good. And there's nothing. I don't personally like to bash any other company. I like to talk about the facts and the truth. And the truth is this: is that in the marketplace right now, you need credibility. Okay, we talked about that in the beginning. You cannot get credibility if you're selling a product that pays you 8% commissions. Okay, that means you have to pay attention to what business models are out there, because a lot of times the companies are out there for themselves. They're not really there to help you, the rep, the affiliate, the single mother, the single father, the family that needs to take care of their kids. They're not there to really help you because they're keeping all the money. Okay, that's one of the things you got to recognize out of this company that you're a part of, is that you get to keep 100% of the money on all the core products. Okay, and the second thing is that the whole entire company is designed to help you make the most money possible, because the vision is to create the richest teams in the network marketing space. Empower Network, in the 2 years of its inception, has already created the biggest wealth movement in the industry on paper by far today. And the reason why is because you have a combination of residual, passive, low-ticket products and high-ticket guru commissions that you can make money like a guru, but you don't have to be a guru. Like, I'm not a guru. I'm just a regular guy that came into this thing 16 months ago, saw the vision, saw the possibilities of what's possible, and made it happen, right? And now Kim and I, again, income disclosure, but Kim and I are sitting at a healthy $15,000 to $25,000 a month, and we are going to grow to $100,000 a month very, 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 very soon, and we're going to teach you exactly how we're going to do that. But just understand that the power of what your investment really is compared to everything else that's out there, because everything else out there, as far as making real lifestyle income money, is just garbage, in my opinion, and just my opinion. I'm not saying that there's anything bad about it. It's just the comp plans aren't designed to really help you live the lifestyle that you really want. So let's just, we'll talk about that later, but let's go to Tracy if she's there. Tracy, you there? If you are, you can just interrupt me at any time. If not, Mr. Michael Lee all day, what's up, brother?
What's up, man?
What's up, man? Talk to us, bro.
Oh man, it's late right now, 4:30 in the morning.
Damn.
Damn, I know. So I'm
That's called dedication right there.
man, I just came home, bro. Just to be honest. Hey, but you know what? I'm here in Germany right now, and just doing my thing over here and just getting stuff done, man. But yeah, a little bit about me. I've been traveling the last like 5, almost 6 months now straight, nonstop. Really, it's been a crazy thing for me, and I've just been able to create all this success for myself in multiple things, and thanks to Empower Network giving me the ideas and the ways to really overcome a lot of adversities and things that I had to really go through to really find myself and let go and actually like just do things that I really wanted to do. And no matter what it is, the cost, whatever, right? It just has to be done. And it's my life, right? And I want to do whatever I want with it. And that's what Empower Network has actually done for me. Just let go of all these fake fears that was going on in my life, and that was stopping me from doing these type of things, right? And just letting go, right? And I let everything go. I was living out of a bag for a while, and that's all I had. And I had a car. I sold the car. I mean, I did everything, just to get all in, right? And really see exactly what was on the other side. And I'm glad I did, because I got so much value out of everything, and literally changed my life. I never thought I would be doing this right now, right? Just all over the place, and it's been incredible for me, just to be able to be a part of a crew like this and get all the ideas and see all the success and beliefs and really putting that and instill into me that I can do all this stuff also,
All
you know,
day.
all day,
All day.
all day.
Appreciate you, brother.
Hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna move along kind of quick because Sam I am kind of stole the show for a little bit, so we can't have 10-minute testimonials, otherwise it'll be too late. But let's let's go to Rocky, Mr. Vega. You there, bro? No, he'll come back. Katie
What's
Cole.
up?
Let me tell you something interesting about Katie, right? We met her at the Science of Getting Rich event. And by the way, for those that didn't go to that event, you guys like totally missed out on like the most mind-blowing, like just paradigm-shifting event that you could ever go to. Um, but Katie's awesome because she's somebody that's brand new to the industry. She comes from an entrepreneur background, right? Not you, but like your family, right? Or correct?
Right.
But what's cool is that she's never really been in the industry. She's never really like studied this, law of attraction or the mind or self-image concepts or just how to build a real business, especially on the internet. But one thing that I knew about her when I first met her is that she's somebody that's absolutely going to crush it because I met her and then I asked her why she wanted to do it and like she came out with like 17 whys, right? And I think like if you don't and the funny thing is that she had them like right off the top of the back on what she needed of what she wanted to do with the income that she's going to make here in Empower. And Katie, I just wanted you to share like a little bit about your background and those whys, right, to inspire others.
Okay. Can y'all hear me? Okay. So like Paul said, I'm brand new to internet online marketing. I got into it actually through Wake Up Now. My brother got me in on that, and I haven't heard from him in like a month. So that just goes to show, you got to really lock arms with the right people. So I'm grateful that I found you and Kimberly because,
Wait, your brother? Is that what you said?
yeah, I mean, he's not my blood brother. He's my boyfriend's like best friend. So he's like a brother to me.
Got it.
But I ain't heard from him in like a month. And he's just kind of MIA. But it's all good because I'm where I need to be right now. So, but yeah, a little bit about me. I actually have 2 degrees. I did the whole college thing, master's degree, and I make $35,000 a year. So that's not what that life is about. I don't want to be in it anymore. So like Paul said, I have 17 whys as to why I'm trying to get in and make this money with Empower and just free myself from trading my time for money. A couple of those are my mother-in-law wants to start a school for at-risk youth and get that going here in the Collin County, Central Dallas area in Central Texas. My boyfriend and I want to open a gym dedicated to bodybuilders and competitors, have a supplement line, apparel. I want to have a lingerie boutique. I mean, it goes on and on. I got so much just ready to explode and get there. So I'm excited for this journey that we're about to start, and I'm ready to make this money.
Awesome. Miss Gina, let me tell you a little story about Gina. She actually was involved in the same business that I was involved with 30 days prior to Empower because I was involved in MCA 30 days right before I joined Empower. We're both Hispanic. We both, were stuck in the same place where we didn't know how to market. We didn't know what we were doing. Clueless about internet marketing, right? And now not only is she in Empower, she's all in also. And let's give her a round of applause for that. And Gina, just tell us what's up. Why'd you join? Why'd you make the decision to go all in? And what have you learned, or how has this changed for you in your life?
Hi, can you guys hear me? All right. Well, actually, I'm from the Philippines, Paul.
I keep thinking she's Spanish.
It's the last name. Yeah.
That,
we always,
and the
you know,
yeah.
our country got raped by the Spaniards, so that's just a little joke that we had. That's how we came upon our last names. But Anyway, it's just, it was just really painful for me to actually see my fiance, not being home all the time. Like Paul said, we did. I was involved in another marketing, and it's it was all fake. Flashing money and things that you never really made. And I mean, I just got tired of it, and it wasn't doing anything for us. I hated that, my fiance was always gone, Vince was always gone. He's working at least 120 hours a week. And, we have a son that doesn't really see him. And before we actually went all in, I mean, we just understood how important it was. And, with the vision that we had, I mean, we had to find a way to actually go all in. And we were actually in the process of buying our first home. And what we did was we put that aside and we went all in. And then Vince sees that, I struggle trying to get anything done because I have my son with me all the time. Every time I take him to my sister's, of course, I'm going to pay her. I'm not going to just take advantage of my sister because she does run her little own daycare at home. So, I pay her what she's being paid to watch the kids, and it gets real expensive. So the way we see it is, we rather put the money towards, our business. So I actually stopped taking him to my sister, and I had him with me. And when I can work, I'll put work into it. I'll put him to sleep, and I'll work at night. I'll stay up and try to catch up and everything. But we just really needed to, rather than spending money on daycare, we're putting it towards just the business. And Vince sees that I struggle with trying to catch up, now that I'm keeping our son with me, that he's actually stepping down from his supervisor position, and rather than working 120 hours a week, he's trying to just work a regular, 8-hour a week job, just so he can be home more and put more time into this business. And I mean, that's just how dedicated we are to this. Before all of that, it just kind of scared me, because I'm not working. I mean, this is what I do, and he supports his mom. He helps, in the Philippines. Whenever my family in the Philippines need, help sending money, I mean, it's Vince that's also providing, we're pitching in, and then he's helping his dad as well. So it's kind of scary that he's supporting, so many people, and he's really the only one with, like, a real stable job. So for him to step down from his current position now, it's, it's not so scary, just because we know we have so much faith in this, in this business. So that's really something that we're not too worried about with him stepping down.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I mean, just look, everybody has their own journey, right? And you're gonna find what's gonna work for you better. But I mean, I think that that you making the decision that you already made just recently is gonna provide you a better future than the future that you continue to go for. Because the scary thing is that 120 hours a week, that's never going to stop, ever.
No, and it's scary because it's already caught up to him. He's at work. He's always talking to his guys about being safe, because they don't really get to sleep that much. I mean, for 2 weeks straight, he only gets like 5 hours the most every night for 2 weeks straight. And then, they're off on location because he works within the oil field, and his job caught up to him, and he actually crashed into a tree a week prior to the Seattle event. So that was a really big wake-up call for us.
Yeah. I have this quote on my photo, on one of my photos, that says, when you're more afraid of what life will be like if you don't chase your dreams, when you're more afraid of that life that most people continue to go on, that's when the human potential gets really unleashed at the highest peaks, right? And you know, it's really fucked up because it's just like, you know, I don't want to get all like I don't want to take too much of the spotlight, but it's messed up because the lifestyle that we're programmed to live since we're little um, dictates that we're all meant to be employees. Like that's why we go to school to learn how to be an employee for somebody else. They don't teach you anything about starting your own business or the law of attraction or anything about yourself for a reason, right? I don't want to get too deep into that, but congratulations for making a decision, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again in North Carolina with a team and making big things happen. Okay. So that being said, let's take it down a couple more people. Miss Erica McKnight, badass over here, coming in and crushing it. Share your story. Share your why. Tell us why you're here and tell us what you're about to create here with us.
Hey guys, how are you guys doing today? Tonight, I should say. Can you guys hear me? Are you good? Just shoot me a thumbs up if we're good. Okay, awesome. So yeah, hey guys, my name is Erica McKnight. I'm excited to be here. Happy to meet all of you guys. I got started actually in Empower Network back in August of last year. And it really wasn't until this year that I decided to, you know, turn the notch up inside of my business and really actually start to take it serious. The reason why I joined Empower Network was because I was struggling as a broke cocktail waitress, you know, working nights, not really making much money, just making tips, just barely making enough to get by. I got started in MCA, like Paul had mentioned earlier. I had started with MCA, and I wasn't really making any money, and I didn't really like the compensation plan. And so, believe it or not, I was actually a lead from off of Instagram, and that's how I found out about Empower Network, because I was actually intrigued by $100 bills that were in the dashboard of my sponsor's Mercedes-Benz. And so there was just a link, and so I clicked on the link, and it took me to the Empower Network page, and I wasn't really sure exactly what it was. I didn't really understand the concept. All I knew was that it was going to be a way for me to make money online and work from home, which is what I always wanted to do initially. And so, yeah, like I said, I started back in August of 2012, but it wasn't until this year that I just decided to just go all in. With it, with my mind, you know, just all in on the way, to really just take it to the next level, because I have big goals and big dreams this year. I want to hit 10K I will hit 10K in the next 30 days, and I will help my team hit 30K in the next 30 days. And so, I don't know if you guys are all going to be at the Charlotte event, but I do plan on attending that, so I look forward to meeting all of you, yeah.
Badass. Last one really quick, and then we'll hand it over to Tora if she's available. Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson.
Hey, Jane.
I don't know if you ever gotten that from the Matrix, Mr. Anderson.
I get it all the time, man.
All right, go for it, bro.
All right, yo. The thing was, see, I was playing ball overseas. Well, I tell you that, I was playing ball in Texas at first. I ended up getting hurt. I ended up cutting my wrist. Had a real bad wrist accident. I don't know if you can see it. Ended up losing about 15, 20 pounds. Ended up getting my strength back. Going to play ball in Spain. Ended up hurting. Ended up tearing a ligament in my wrist, not my wrist, in my ankle in Spain. I had to come back home. I came back home with just like a little bit of money. So I'm still at home rehabbing. So I ended up getting a job at Applebee's. I hated that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I hated it so bad. Me and my manager used to get into it all the time, every day. We used to go into the back and like cuss each other out and all that, cause like that's a different story. But anyway, I ended up starting with a company called. I didn't know nothing about internet marketing. I just saw like the money, you know what I'm saying, being flashed around. So I was like, y'all gonna try that. I didn't do nothing in that. I ended up getting with Visalis. I made like a couple $100 with that. But I couldn't help my team duplicate the same thing I was doing, so my money ended up dropping like very fast. Like my checks went from like $800 to like $40 like in like a month time, with like 2 months time. So and I ended up connecting with Kim. And Kim, she didn't even tell me nothing about the business for real. She was just like, you know what, good connect with you. I'm like, yo, I see y'all making this money. Like, tell me what y'all doing. Like, don't keep it to yourself. So I ended up talking to Kim for a little bit. Yeah, I was intrigued. I was like, yo, I'm gonna try that, man. Cause I heard about Empower at first, but I was like, yo, that shit complicated. I'm not gonna mess with it. But yeah, I see the money they're making. I was like, man, whatever, yo, I give it a chance. Why not? So, and I'm here now, man.
Yeah,
I'm
badass.
going all in. Oh yeah, tomorrow I will be going all in, man. I just gotta tomorrow.
Badass, dude. And you know, it's something interesting that you said that really is important. I don't know if you guys caught the fact that he was really intrigued about the money potential. Because let's just be honest, right? Let's just be real for a second. I mean, how quickly can you make 40, 30,000, 5 figures a month in any other business model with like very little to no recruiting at all? Like you can make that in a couple of sales here, right? And you know, notice that he got in because of the money, but little does Anderson know that once he goes to an event, that the money is simply the bait to get you in. The real goal is transformation. The real goal is to help each and every one of you become the best version of yourself, because that's really what it takes. Is you got to become a completely different person, right, in order for you to attain the wealth that you want, right? Because most people, they want you know, they want a lot of money, but they're, you know, they got that work ethic that's still minimum wage, right? And or they, you know, they want the money, but their unconscious mind says, well, who are you to get this wealth? That's the only reason why most people don't succeed. Not because the strategy doesn't work, not because the company doesn't work. I promise you, and if you're taking notes, and if you were to take anything from this hangout or before we get started, is most people fail because their unconscious mind, they talk themselves out of success. Okay? I'll tell you this, that I'm probably one of the most mentally tough people you'll ever meet. Not because, I'm not saying that to brag, but because I've conditioned myself to think in a certain way. Okay? I know Katie Coulter knows all about the thinking in a certain way, right? But we'll talk about that later. I'm a little bit tired because I've just been like, you know, killing myself lately. You know, I don't know if you guys have seen the all-in process that we have in the pinned post, and just a lot of just new campaigns that I've just been posting out. So I'm a little exhausted. But let's go to Tora if she's there, and then we're going to pass it on to Kimberly, and then we'll get started. Tora, are you there? She's probably just hanging on, listening in. Yep, she's there.
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep, go for it, Miss Tora.
Hey,
Let me just say something about Tora really quick. Okay, I always have something really good to say about everybody, but Tora, she came in through, I believe, YouTube, right? You found me on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. So YouTube marketing, right? And, you know, I was promoting the, you know, Internet Traffic Formula, and she came on, and when I met her, I knew there was something special about her because, you know, she was just really enthusiastic, really comical, full of energy, really funny, and I was like, damn, like, this girl, once she plugs in and, like, I believe, like, once she goes to an event, everything is just going to click because she already has that drive and that passion and that energy. And I knew that she was going to be somebody that I wanted to work closer with. And so I'm grateful to have you on the team. And Tora, you know, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Why'd you make the decision? And what do you see for your future coming up soon?
I really made the decision to link and join with Empower because of the home, doing all the home meetings and ripping and running. What is she chewing over there? Ripping and running all over town, you know, from this meeting to that meeting, and it was just wearing me down. And I'm like, there has to be an easier way. So actually the marketing and online side and being able to build a business without having to chase people down is really what intrigued me. And then to see, you know, Paul, of course, killing it, I'm like, no way. There's no way it can be this simple to do this. And so I reached out to him. I mean, the story is priceless. I reached out to him, and I'm like, hey, you know, send me the link. Within like 2 minutes of talking to him, send him the link. I signed up, and the rest was history.
As simple as that.
As simple as that.
Hey guys, how's it going? Kimberly Denise. So some of you might not know how I found Empower Network, but I'll make it kind of quick and brief so we can continue. But you know, I've actually had about 8, probably like almost 9 years altogether now of experience, failure experience in network marketing. You know, I found out about the industry when I was 18. And, you know, had no idea about anything like this when I found out about it. So you can imagine, you know, I was like, wow, like, I don't have to go to a job. I want to learn how to do this. The only problem was, you know, I was an extreme introvert. Like, I did not know how to talk to people. I was extremely, like, I'm talking, when I say introvert, I really, really mean it. Like, I couldn't talk to the person behind me in the store, like, in line, like, that kind of stuff. Like, I could not have conversations with people. But yet, I did want to make something more of myself. So, you know, I think off and on I was in maybe like 4 to 6 companies or something like that off and on. And what happened for me was I would do all the things that they told me to do. You know, I got into the company, made the big list, went through the list, you know, called everyone that I knew and invited people to the meetings and invited people over and gave out samples and did all that stuff. And the problem that I kept running into was, number one, most people didn't want to be an entrepreneur. Number two, some people would buy, most people would not. And then number three, once I was done with that list, I didn't know where to go from there. And for some weird reason, like every sponsor that I had didn't know how to tell me or didn't have any kind of a plan for me after that. Like, it's like, oh, well, your list is gone. Like, I don't know. And then I would just quit and go, you know, I was always at a job. But so, you know, I'd just be still going to my job, but I had in the back of my head like this network marketing thing, like, dang, like I gotta make that happen someday. I still gotta do that. It was always in the back of my head. And so, you know, I found this company, I found that company, and I was telling Anderson when we were talking, you know, the last company that I was in before Empower was Visalis. And it was the first company that I actually made some money with. I made I mean, it was barely nothing, barely anything, but I actually did get a check from them. I was getting like $70 a month or something like that, right? But this was the first company where I came into, and well, prior to that, I'll tell you a little bit more. I purposely put myself in the job that I was in so that I could learn how to talk and learn how to sell and learn how to communicate with people. I got into a sales position with U.S. Bank, and I was a personal banker with them for almost 3 years before I quit last year in August. But I put myself in that position, applied for it, even though it was uncomfortable, because I knew, all right, I'm going to learn how to sell here. I'm going to learn all the skills and the traits that I need to be a salesperson, so that way, you know, I can cultivate this skill in myself and become this person that I want to be. And so, you know, long story short, you know, I ended up becoming a top banker there, and I was pretty confident with my sales skills, and I started doing like marketing for our branch. And that made me think, like, hey, I want to start this marketing thing again. So then, you know, I was scrolling on through Facebook, and this girl posts this thing about this fitness, you know, MLM, basically. And I'm like, wow, that's perfect, because, like, I was just getting into, like, working out. And I was like, wow, like, I can make money helping people lose weight and stuff like that. So I was super excited about it. It sounded perfect. Like, it would work, like, awesomely for me, right? So I got in and didn't recruit anyone at all. Actually, I never recruited a single soul in any of the companies that I was in, but I did make some money. Like, I went to a trade show and, you know, got a few customers here and there and stuff like that. But like I said, I was only making like $70 in a month. And this is what I was doing. I would go to work, and and then when I was off, well, actually, on my breaks at work, I would somehow, some way, I don't know how I figured it out. Maybe just because I really don't know. Looking back, I don't know how I figured it out. But I figured out how to put posts on Craigslist and get people to text my phone. And so I put an ad. I was like, hey, make money with this 90-day fitness challenge. You know, shoot me a text, and I would get texts all day. And then what I would do is on my breaks, I would call. I would call these people on my breaks and after work, and that's all that I did. I would, you know, miss dinner. I'd be like, hey, you know, I'm not going to be home. I'm gonna be making calls. So I would call these people, and, you know, of course, it turned out that, you know, everyone was looking for a job. They weren't looking for opportunity. I would get hung up on. I would get like all this craziness coming to me, right? So I was like, I'm sick of this. Like, this is what I run into and everything. And why does it have to be so hard? So I went to the internet. And then, long story short, I found Empower. And, you know, I got into Empower to start blogging for leads. And then I figured out after a week, I actually made my first $125 within a week, and I had no idea where it came from. And I had never made money that I didn't know where it came from before. And I said, if I can make that happen, like 10, 20, you know, 100 more times, like I'm doing this. I was like, all right, forget Visalis, forget all that. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm going to do Empower. and struggled for a while. I struggled actually. A lot of you might not know. I struggled for like 9, almost 10 months in Empower Network until I met Paul, and Paul started coaching me. And he helped me to step up to the plate. Like I wasn't all in, and I was making excuses like, oh, I can't afford it, and this and that. And I stepped up to the plate, and I ended up getting all in, and I put in my 2-week notice for my job. He told me, you have to quit your job too. I'm like, what? I'm like, all right, I'll do whatever you tell me to do. Like I want to succeed in this. So long story short, within 30 days of just taking responsibility, stepping up to the plate, getting all in, I had my first $5,000 month, and then never went under that. Since then, income disclosure, results aren't typical because most people aren't willing to do what you need to do, and all that stuff. But so I can tell you that like anyone can do this. Like if I can do it, anyone can do it. And a lot of you may not be confident like communication, stuff like that. I'm living proof that you don't have to know right away. Like Empower, how they're different is like I said before, like my sponsors and the other companies, they never showed me a solution for like what I needed. Like, okay, I ran out of my list, like what do I do now? And Empower just helps develop you into that person that you need to be, whether it's communication or if you just need to learn. I mean, they teach you everything. You're gonna transform yourself to where in the next 12 months, like you'll look back and you won't even recognize that old person you used to be. And that's what continues to happen. You just keep transforming and transforming and transforming into a better person, and that's why I think it's awesome. But I just want to recognize all of you that are here on the Hangout and just say, you're awesome for being here. You're awesome for making the commitment to go all in, and Paul and I are here to help you succeed. And just know that a lot of times, like I just told Anderson like yesterday, or AJ, you like being called AJ, right? That a lot of the stuff that you're going to be doing over the next 30 days to a year even, you're going to feel uncomfortable. I think I heard Sam say this earlier too, but the moment that you start to feel that, know that you're on the right path, you're on the right track to doing something that's going to change your life. Because without being uncomfortable, you cannot grow. You cannot move on to the next level. And even when you are at $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month, guess what? That doesn't go away. You just deal with it better. You're always going to be getting uncomfortable if you're still growing. If you don't want to grow, then don't get into situations where you're uncomfortable. If you want to keep growing and make a massive amount of money and help a lot of people and change your life, change other people's lives, then keep getting uncomfortable. But yeah.
Yeah, and something that she said too is that successful people are willing to invest and put themselves in uncomfortable situations in the interest of growth. So some of you guys I know are, I remember the feeling of, and I'll tell you a quick story and then we'll kind of get to the purpose of this hangout. Don't want to take up too much of y'all's time. But I remember April 2013, remember I came into this business with $179 to my name. I refused to go back to a job, and I said, that's it, period. I'm going to make this work. And, as a result, I was making a little bit of money here and there, but only enough to keep the lights on. Sometimes I couldn't even keep the lights on. Like I've had the water turned off for weeks, barely any food. I was eating ramen noodles, peanut butter, drinking out of the. I refused to go back to a job, okay, because it just wasn't working for me. Like I've been fired from like 10, 20 different jobs, had like at least 30 jobs in my entire life, right? I'm 26 years old. And I was like, okay, there's something about this job that's just not working. And ironically enough, I find the industry and it works, right? So obviously this is what I'm meant to do. But, I made the decision to invest all in April 2013. And I already knew what I was going to do, but as a joke, I went to the Dream Team, our sister team with Tracy Walker, my mentor, and I posted in there and I had $3,500 exactly. And this was, by the way, like, not with the bundle deal, not with the discount packages that you guys are about to get for some of you. And if you're all in, like, you're going to get comped other products that they're coming out with. You're going to get it for free, so everybody wins. But I remember I posted up there on the Dream Team Facebook page, hey, guys, what do you think I should do? Should I invest this $3,500 or should I pay my bills? And, of course, I knew what I was going to do, but I wanted to see what everybody else would say. Everybody else was like, hey, listen, if you don't want to have to worry about those bills anymore, go all in, right? And I was like, well, I already knew what I was going to do anyway. I did that, and now, like, literally, that month, the month that I went all in, I made $11,989, and that's really what catapulted me to start making more money in my business. And even though I had like yo-yo months, I made a couple more multiple 5-figure months that year. I didn't really have a big breakthrough I didn't realize like I was still getting in my own way. Like there was still, because I was still so new to the industry, and you know my sponsor went into the witness protection program, and I had to like learn the hard way, just trying a million different things of what works and what doesn't work. That it took about a year to break through to a bigger and bigger level. Like I went from like last year in 2013, I brought in 95 reps, only 95 reps. Like some of you guys still think like 95 reps is a lot. Like, damn, that's a lot. Like, no, it's not. To some of you it is. But I went from 95 reps to bringing in 95 reps in a year to bringing in 90 in a month. In the past 90 days, we brought in close to 200 people. And I want to tell you, you know, like I want you guys to have that quantum leap that happened to me quickly. And in fact, I want you guys to have that quantum leap this month. I want you guys to understand a couple of principle-based strategies that we're going to talk about here, and kind of get everybody on the same page, because everybody that's on this hangout are the ones that are serious, right? Are the ones that want to create a result quicker. And the cool thing is that you don't have to go through the pain that I did figuring everything out, and you don't have to go through the pain and agony of figuring out how to influence and upgrade people either. That's what you have leadership here in Team Blade for. Okay, so the purpose of this hangout is to teach you exactly how each and every one of you can actually create at least a 5-figure month in the next 30 days. Okay, that's really what I want to go. And you know, we share all these stories to kind of pre-frame the purpose of the hangout. And there's a couple of requirements. Okay, you guys are on this hangout, and I want to talk to you guys about the changes that are happening in Empower and the discount packages that you guys are going to be able to take advantage of, but also market to the marketplace and get people to also sign up, and how me and Kim and the leaders in Team Blade are going to take a big part in the upgrade process for you. Okay, as some of you guys know, we have an event. One of the requirements is that you guys are going to have to go to the North Carolina event, not just, you know, to get the marketing education, but you guys need to get your beliefs and your paradigms shifted, if you may, right? Because what I know is this, is that, you know, like Sam, who's on fire right now, and she's extremely passionate, so is Erica, and so is a lot of you. The people that are usually like that certain, like you can just tell that they're the ones that are going to succeed, and like that's where everybody really truly needs to be, is have that level of certainty. But you only have that level of certainty when you experience something live, when you experience like a real human connection. Like Sam, she used to be a little wussy. I'm just going to be honest with you, right? And you can admit that, right, Sam? Used to be a little wuss bag? Yeah. And then she came up to Dallas, Texas, and hung out with us, and all of a sudden she just became a Super Saiyan, right? And just started just becoming a pure badass. And I've never seen such certainty in her ever before. And I know this, that's all I had when I first started, right? All I had was that fire and that drive and that knowing that I was going to succeed. And that's why I was willing to do what it takes, because I knew I could, because I didn't know who I was before Empower. I didn't know that I could be making more than $2,000 a month. I used to work at a cell phone kiosk making no more than $2,000 a month, feeling unworthy of anything more than that, right? Because I was at a job where my bosses treated me like complete garbage and never, you know, paid me what I was worth. And then I finally drew the line in the sand, and I made a decision to change. And that's really where everything kind of got started. Like, I didn't know how I was going to do it, didn't know how it was going to turn out. All I knew is that I needed to do it, because nothing would change if I didn't make that decision, right? And I see everybody, you know, my mentor Tracy Walker making $70,000 a month. I see all these people making $100,000 a month, $50,000, $30,000, $10,000 a month. I'm like, damn, I want that, right? Tell me what I need to do to go get that, okay? I made a decision to attend an event, and I made a decision to position myself, right? And I want to talk to you about the importance of you guys positioning yourself at the product levels, especially because June 2nd through the 3rd, Empower Network is going to be releasing a 50% discount on the all-in, right? And some of you guys already know that. Some of you guys have seen the affiliate hangout for that. And it's going to be your only chance to do it. They're not going to redo a discount ever again. This is the first time they've done it in 2.5 years. They're not going to do it again. If you've been thinking about it, if you think that that's what you want to do, but you know, you can't, you know, now is your chance, because now it's 50% off. So you're going to be able to position yourself all the way at Masters, and then also when the discount's over, you're going to be able to position yourself to earn $4,600 sales. Okay, so that's the first thing. So that's June 2nd through the 5th, where you're going to be able to position yourself at all the products at half off. Okay, and then the second thing that you're going to be able to do is obviously you need to go to an event. Okay, what we're doing, me and Kim, over the next 30 days is working very, 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 like almost like hand holding, like almost every day. Like Kim and I are running, like we're sprinting to our personal goals, and we know that we can't hit our goals unless you guys hit your goals, right? We can't make 6 figures a month unless you guys hit your personal goals, right? Zig Ziglar said, "You want to get more out of life, you got to help enough other people. You got to help enough people get what they want." Okay, and that's really what I want to do for you guys is share with you my talent, my influence that I've gotten in the marketplace as a result of the decisions that I've made, and I'm confident in what I'm going to offer you. Okay, so for the people that make the decision to go to the event and to position themselves at the product levels, at all the product levels, right? June 2nd through the June 5th, you're going to be able to take advantage of the discount. The people that do that, what I'm going to do is we're going to work very closely with you to make sure that not only do you guys start getting your first commissions, right? Because that's really what you need to do is get people in at the $25 door, but because of the way that the commission structure is planned out and is changed, there's a lot of incentive for us as leaders, and you guys can do this too with your team, but there's huge incentives for Kim and I and the leaders here to go out there and reach out to you and reach out to your personal team. Okay? What do I mean by reaching out to your personal team? It means that over the next 30 days, I'm going to suspend my disbelief about getting on the phone, right? But I'm going to be getting on the phone with your personal team members. Okay? And I don't know if you've been upsold by me or have been influenced as you now go into a hypnosis, right? But I don't know if you have been or not, but I mean, I think that results speak for themselves, and I know something about upsells. I mean, if you watch the affiliate hangouts, I mean, Sam made a comment about Dave Wood mentioning the fact that that's one of my strongest skill sets is in upgrades, okay? Hence why we, average the amount of income that we make every month. So the variable, this is where the variable comes in, because I'm willing to do it for based on 3 commitments that I get from each and every one of you, okay? That means I'm going to be kind of like your personal salesman, if you may, right? I know there's other products out there that promise you a salesperson that will upgrade your team members, but it's complete garbage, especially if they don't own the products and they're not a part of the system themselves. They just don't have the influence, don't have the certainty and the confidence to cause that to happen. But what I'm willing to do is for 3 commitments out of y'all, go to the event, position yourself all in, and promise me you're going to get a specific amount of people, right? What I want from y'all this month, the minimum that I need from every single one of you to hit your goals is to get 5 $25 members minimum, okay? Some of you guys are already doing that. Some of you guys are bringing in 1 to 2 sales a day, so it's not even, you're going to make more than 10,000, okay? But for the people that can guarantee me those 3 things, okay? 5 $25 sales, what does that mean for you? That means is that those 5 people that you bring in, guess who they're going to be getting a phone call from? Yours truly. As you guys are working on your personal influence and skill, I already have a skill set in communication and upselling. That's where my skill lies, okay? I'll be calling them for you, and of course, getting the magic done, right? I sometimes don't even know how I do what I do, to be honest. I just start talking and rambling, and then people just start making decisions, right? But I promise you that, I mean, that's what I'm going to do for you. And it honestly takes me 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes to do a talk to your teammates, so it's not going to be that big of a deal for me. I'm going to win in the process because obviously, if you're on my team personally, I get the pass ups. If you're a part of some of the leaders, if you're watching this right now and you're personally sponsored by anybody that's on this panel, and you're watching this in the future, that's what's going to be beneficial for you, is that your team leader is also going to do the same thing for you. So we're all going to work collaboratively together, because that's what I expect you personally to do with your teammates, right? That's going to be an incentive that's basically a unique, what is called in the marketplace a unique marketing proposition, where that's your incentive for people joining you at the master's course level all the way at the products, especially June 2nd through the 5th, where you can leverage that discount window. That's going to be your incentive for your team members, teammates, that you're going to go and do the same thing for them, because now you have an ability with the comp plan change to make a lot more money, because number 1, 3, and 5 pass up to you. So your teammate's first sale goes to you. So that gives you an incentive to want to help your teammate make more money, because you're going to make more money. Duh. And then the second thing that you're going to be able to do is help them make the money too. So if you guys get 5, a minimum of 5 people, the people who decide on this hangout and say, that's it, period. If you say right now, that's it, period, I'm going to go to the event, I'm getting all in June 2nd through the 5th, and I'm going to bring 5 people into my organization no matter what it takes, right? And we'll talk strategy. We're going to go really heavy on strategic marketing over the next 30 days, and we're not really going to do like a lot of rah-rahs and stories and hangouts and all that stuff, which is always fun, but it's not what makes money. Like, it's cool to keep a culture, but we're going to talk about strategy. We're going to talk about how you can actually get those sales and actually start bringing them in, and we're just going to discuss what we're doing, twice a week. Every single week, I expect the people that are all in and are getting all in to hop on the Hangouts. That way we can discuss the strategy behind the marketing so you can bring in the $25 members. But once they're in and once they're officially locked into you, it's game over. I promise you, it's game over, right? You get 5, one out of those 5 is going to give you a return on your investment, minimum 2, right? If you want a $10,000 month, right? So basically, if you want a return on your investment for your products, which by the way you're getting a discount again, right? So if you're watching this video later, I don't know if it's June 1st right now when you're watching this or June 2nd, but there should be. You could go to your login to your back office, and there should be like a discount window for all the product, and just go ahead and just purchase your products, right? And then you'll be in contact with your team leader, whoever you bought the products from. You'll be able to take advantage of this opportunity for the next 30 days. This is called the 10K and 30-day challenge. That means what I expect from every single one of you is a $10,000 month. That is how I'm going to make 6 figures in a month. Okay? There's a lot of things that I've been working on the sidelines, which is why you haven't seen me as active in the group. Still marketing, but not as active as far as like hangouts and calls and stuff, because I'm building a system for you guys to be able to leverage, okay? And I'll talk to you guys about that when I'm done with that. But that's where I kind of am. But for the next 30 days, my only focus, my only goal is to help you guys reach yours. That's it. That's my only goal, and that's all I'm gonna sweat, bleed, and cry and lose sleep over until every single one of you who is willing to run with me, right? I know Anderson. I was actually on the other end when they were talking to when Kim was talking to your investor, right? And I was just over here laughing because really, like, the only reason why he needed the conversation anyway is because he just wants to know whether or not he's going to make his money back or not, right? And I'm here to tell you right now that if you decide, right, if you say that's it, period, like you said you did, right, you've made the decision, go all in, you made the decision, go to the event, now make the decision to bring in the people, okay? And then we're going to have hangouts in regards to how to bring those people in, and then how to actually upgrade them, right? But the incentive for you guys to do it as well is 2, right? I'm going to upgrade your people. They're going to be getting a phone call from me. And then the second thing also, too, for the people that want to participate in any kind of traffic co-ops or running traffic, or maybe you have a marketing budget, or you're somebody that that wants to invest money into paid marketing, we're going to put a co-op together for Team Blade. And hopefully we can put around like, a $2,000 co-op at least, to where everybody has a little bit of money in traffic for solo ads and for things of that nature. That way we can rotate your affiliate links into sales. That way we can guarantee you at least some $25 sales to come in, and then that's really the easy part. I promise you, selling a $25 product is really, really easy. It takes an incredible amount of skill to sell a $3,000 product. That takes skill, and the skill comes from going through the products and actually like studying them, right? If you want to become extremely influential, the best way to learn the material that's in the back office, this is what I did. I had 3 YouTube channels 2 of them shut down. 1 of them still available right now. 1 of them has over 1 million views, 3,000 subscribers. The other 2 YouTube channels had videos of me actually teaching the products on video, right? The best way to learn the product is to apply what's in the product and teach others on video what's in the products. It's called through a concept called study, do, and teach. Okay. I just want to get some feedback real quick. I just want to get some Q&As, right? So basically, the only variable that is going to be in the equation, right, is the decisions that you guys are making, right, and your ability, your personal ability to bring the people in. That's all you have to do. And if you want to participate in a traffic co-op where maybe you don't feel that confident bringing people in just yet, or maybe you want to but you're unsure, we're going to have, again, hangouts on strategy, on the strategy that Kim and I are doing right now to bring in an average of 40 to 90 people every single month. You guys see the numbers. It's obvious. It's obviously predictable. There's obviously we're doing something right. You guys are going to be able to participate in that. That way you can just start bringing people in, or you can just start taking our strategy and just implementing it into your business and making a commitment that you're going to bring 5 to 10 people at least into your business. That way Kim and I can work our process in the back end to sell an event ticket, right, and to help sell the all-in products for you, right? And this is where it's powerful, because June 2nd through the 5th is not only your discount window, but is your ability to make a lot of money in those 3 days, okay? In those 3 days, you guys can make a ton of money, and I talked to Gina earlier about building a discount page, okay? And we're going to talk more about that, and today's Saturday, right? Yeah, we'll talk more about that tomorrow, because we're going to be running Hangouts like crazy to make sure that everybody starts bringing in people. But that discount page, to give your new team members an incentive to buy from June 2nd through the 5th all of the products, okay? That's kind of where I am. That's kind of where my head is right now. I know that a lot of you are going to bring in people, and I know a lot of you for a fact are going to make a return on your investment. I know it, because it becomes a numbers game. And if you don't make a return on your investment right away, you could also leverage the event and take them there. And for the people that have been to Empower Network events, you already know what happens at the events. Like, you are not leaving that event not wanting to buy all of the products. Just ask Michael Lee, Gina Fernandez, ask Erica McKnight, ask everybody that's been to an event. They're not going to want to leave without buying all the products. So there's just so much leverage in the back end that you're pretty much almost guaranteeing. Of course, I can't guarantee you any result, because I don't know if you're going to decide to bring in the people. But once they're in and they see the growth of the team, they see the amount of money that's being made, they see the leadership here, they're going to make some new decisions, just how you guys are making decisions now. You're just the first phase of leadership who've made the decision. Now it's a matter of inspiring other people to make those decisions as well. So let's open this up for Q&A, because we're going to get a lot more value out of the questions and answers that we're going to have, and then that way we're a little bit more clear about our game plan, and then we're going to kind of just run really like the hardest we've ever ran for the next 30 days. So let's open up for Q&A or comments as well, right? So if anybody has any questions, you can go ahead and ask.
I got one. I watched the Hangout last night with Dave Wood. Is that for just June the 2nd through the 5th, or is that just the first 3 days that any new person come in? The discount.
That's from June 2nd through the 5th.
Okay.
Yep. That's the only time that that window will ever be open, and then the product goes up. Obviously, $1,000, I believe, for like the next 7 days, and then after like 7 days is up, there's no more discount, no more anything. Okay? So what I'm saying is that if you guys are going to start bringing people in, I suggest that you do it starting tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, starting basically all next week. That's where you should really start focusing on bringing in $25 members, and I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you have to talk to somebody on Facebook and they say, hey, call me, tell me more about your business, and you pick up the phone and you close them. I don't care if you do it on email. I don't care how you do it, but make a decision that that's it, period. You're going to make it happen next week. Every single one of you can do it. Every single one. It starts with the decision. Like some of you guys already made the decision that next week that you're going to bring in 5 to 10 people in next week. That's it, period, because you're going to hit your goals no matter what. Some of you guys made that decision, okay? That's all you need to do is make the decision and watch the rest kind of manifest, right? Any other questions or comments, concerns? Let me ask you this. Who here has already made the decision that they're going to do it, that's it, period? Raise your hand if you've made the decision that you're going to do it, that's it, period. No more excuses. You're going to make it happen, right? Okay, who here made the decision to go to the event at North Carolina? Everybody here, right? Right? Okay, and who made the decision that they're going to purchase their products June 2nd through the 3rd? Right? Who's made the decision? Okay?
Looks like I'm the only one, Paul.
Huh?
So it looks like I'm the only one, or is their screen frozen?
No,
my hand's up.
Everybody's hand is up because they're all badass. So
Okay.
Hey, listen though, but does it make sense though? So now since we've made the decision, that's the most important thing. You'd be like, ironically, like I know. Look, I was listening to an audio earlier, and it's always the same thing. I was actually listening to Holton Bugs. Some of you guys may have seen the video. I posted it in my back office, and I posted it and I gave it to some of y'all to listen to. Okay. But Holton Bugs was giving some advice and talking about inspiration and talking about just personal like breakthroughs and stuff like that. Nobody would take notes, but everybody was more interested in the how-to. Like, all right, show me the strategy. Show me the strategy on what to do to make this happen. That's where most people think that that's where the golden nugget is. I'm telling you right now, and I want you to really listen when I say this. The decision. Hey, listen. The decision actually has a Greek term, right? It comes from the Latin Greek term incision, and it means to cut off. That means you're cutting off all other possibilities of failure, all other possibilities of excuses. Like, that's it, period. You're going to do it. That decision is so powerful that it's in the decision that you guys are making, not just to go to the event, not just to get all in, but to bring people in, right? It's a combination of the three. You have to decide. You have to decide. You have to decide that that's what you're going to focus on for the next 30 days, especially next week. That the next week you are going to bring in 5 to 10 new reps into your business if it kills you. I don't care how you do it. It doesn't matter. But in that decision is where everything else starts coming into play, I promise you. Because if you ask me, and if you come hang out with me personally, and I show you what I do on a daily basis, you're going to be like, that's all that light-skinned person does? I'm going to be like, yeah, that's all I do. I don't even know how the strategy is not even as important as the decision that I made. So where people get kind of stuck is that they kind of made a decision. Like they've dipped their toes in the water. Most people outside of here, of course, not you guys, but the people that are outside, or maybe you're watching this later on, some of you think you've made the decision, but you haven't really made a decision. You think you've made the decision, but you haven't made the decision that you're going to bring 5 to 10 new reps next week, right? Maybe you don't. Maybe you think it's hard. Maybe because you haven't had results in the past, you don't think you can do it. But I'm telling you right now, okay, we're going to go through a process where you guys are going to get everything. Like I'm going to pull back the curtains on what we do on a daily basis on Hangouts all next week and for the next 30 days. So there is no room for you guys to say or even think that you guys can't do this at all, okay? At all. Because it's only a matter of, like, monkey see, monkey do. Like, I'm actually not that smart. I'm just really good at copying people. Like, if somebody tells me what to do, I just instantly go and do it, right? That's what I do. Like, I see somebody doing something, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go do what they do. And that's it, right? I sometimes find it so hilarious that we can even make as much money as we're making for something that's so simple. Right? And I promise you it's more in the attitude that I have towards my business that gets the result. So let's do some more Q&As or some more comments or questions and concerns. Or actually, let's do this, right? To make sure that everybody's on the same page here, and that way everybody's held accountable, because I want you guys to also hold each other accountable for those decisions. Because I know some people, you know, I know for a fact, some of you Some of you guys made the decision and are going to make $10,000. I promise you, there's going to be people on this hangout in the next 30 days. They're going to make $10,000 in their business. I promise you, it's going to happen. Okay. The question is, which one of you are going to do it? Right. Some of you guys are raising your hand just because everybody else is raising their hand. But who truly has made the decision? I want to go to. Let's start with Anderson, and I want to hear the decision that you made, and I want you to freaking make a declaration to everyone on this hangout what you're gonna do, and in that case, let's go there, right? So, and then we'll pass it on. So, and this is being recorded, by the way, and this will be recorded, and if you don't do it, everybody's gonna know that you didn't do it. You're accountable, right?
Hey, I would not go to sleep until the money is made. Like, I'm serious. I would not go to sleep until the money is made, man. Yo, I want to change my situation. You know.
Well, what decisions have you made? What are you going to do in the next 30 days? What 3 decisions have you made?
To get to the event.
First decision.
The first decision, to get to the event.
Boom.
To go all in.
Boom.
And to get 2 basic members in a day.
Oh, you want 2 a day? Hey, that's even better, bro. Good job. All right, so y'all hear that. So, Anderson, I want you to tell everybody what you're going to do. That's it. And then when you're done, I want you to say, that's it, period. It's happening.
Hey, yo, my first decision, to go all in. Second decision, get to the event. Third decision, get 2 members in a day. That's it, period.
You got it, bro.
Let's get it, man.
Erica, the Dark Knight, tell us.
Dark?
The Light Knight, excuse me. The Light Bright Knight.
I mean, I'm all in it. There is no plan B over here. It's 2 a day or nothing. It's 2 a day or fail. I mean, this is it. You go hard or go home.
So next 30 days, you're running as hard as you've ever ran before. Ever. That's it, period. Awesome.
Do what?
So the next 30 days, you're doing whatever it takes.
I'm going hard. I mean, I'm doing whatever it takes. No sleep.
All right, don't tell me that. Tell them that. And then finish it off.
No sleep.
Period.
If you want to hit your goal of 10,000 and you're serious and committed to your success, just as are you, breathing, then you'll hit your goal. What I'm trying to say is, if you really want success as bad as you breathe, then you'll succeed. That's really what I'm saying. And that's it, period.
Badass. Ms. Gina, you're put on the spot now. On camera. You're being recorded.
Well, we've already made the decision to, go to the event. We're already all in, and basically the only thing left to do is, straighten out what I need, work on what I need to improve on, and just get it done.
Do you promise you're going to bring it? So how many people are you going to bring in?
Oh.
How many people are you bringing in the next 30 days or in next week?
And next week, like you said, 5, and then, try to go do 2 a day.
Do you promise that you're going to bring in 5, or are you just saying it?
I promise.
You promise. Don't tell me, though. You promise to your teammates that that's what you're going to do.
I promise I will bring in 5 people.
Next week.
Next week.
That's
it.
That's period. There we go. You got it. So, Katie, 17 Wise Coulter. You should write a book called Your 17 Wise.
Right. That is one of my whys, by the way, to write a book.
Yeah.
All right, so my commitment to the team, to you and Kim, is to get all in, get to the event, bring in at least 5 people in this week, and then get to the point where I'm doing 2 a day. That's it, period.
Do you believe that?
Yes, sir.
If you believe that right now, scream.
Yeah, hell yeah, I believe it.
Scream right now if you believe it, out at the top of your lungs. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it now. That's it, period.
If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right now. That's it. Period.
There you go. You got it. Mr. Michael Lee, it's time to go Super Saiyan, bro. You didn't know that was the secret, right?
All right, man. You know, things are difficult, but you know, my ticket's gonna be 3 times more than all you guys, just to let you guys know. Okay.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah. So, you know, making the decision to go to North Carolina, it's been in the back of my mind. You know what? I got it. I'm going, right? I'm gonna buy the ticket. I have no idea how the hell I'm gonna get the flight yet, but I'm gonna bring in 5 people this week, and it's gonna happen.
Do you promise that it's gonna happen, or are you just saying?
It's happening.
Do you believe that?
I do.
You do. So you're not gonna let your team down, right?
Nope.
So tell them what you're gonna do. That's it. Period.
Hey, I'm gonna bring 5 people in this week, right? I'm gonna somehow buy my ticket, get over to the event in North Carolina, right? And I'm just gonna kick some ass.
Hell yeah. I believe in you, dude. You
That's
can do
it. Period.
There you go, bro. Mike Lee all day, baby. That's badass. Everybody just sit back because she might blow your panties away. My panties. Because Sam is just so excited she's blowing me away right now. But what are you going to do, Sam? Are you ready to make it happen, Sam?
I am actually. So right now I'm speaking to you guys, but also whoever's going to be watching this video, right? Because I know that you're ready to make that decision. And one thing that I want to go ahead and tell you guys, whoever is not on this panel that's watching and ready to join, I suggest that you lock arms with me, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 10K in the next 30 days, right? How am I going to do that? I'm going to listen to my mentor's advice to the T. I don't give a shit if I even sleep 3 hours a day, all right? 3 hours a fucking day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to the event. I'm going to go all in, and I'm going to go from 5 to 20 people. I'm going to bring in 20 people, and I don't care how I do it. I'm actually going to send out a bunch of emails as soon as I get off of this hangout. So that's it, period. There's no other option. There's no other option. This is my last rodeo, guys. So lock arms with me, because it's going down. So.
If you believe that you're going to make if you're going to make 10,000 in the next 30 days, and you believe it in your heart of hearts, and you know you deserve it, just start screaming. Go freaking crazy right now.
Woo! My girlfriend's looking at me like, what's wrong with her?
Yeah. Yeah. It's better to be crazy and rich than cool and broke, right?
Yeah.
But hey, I'll tell you this, is that, guys, there's a reason why you have to be that committed and that passionate about what you're going to create, because it'll happen for you, I promise. All right, Mrs. Spraggs, what's going on, girl?
Coming in with my 5 by the end of the week. I'll see you at the event, and the bridge is going to be burnt because I don't have any freaking PTO. So as soon as I take the time off to go to that event, the bridge is burnt. There's no turning back. And get my last product and be all in. And as soon as they open that 72-hour window, that's it. Period. It's done.
I believe you, Tora. I believe you, Tora. Hey, and guys, listen. Look, I don't know a lot, but you know what I know is that if you are passionate and hungry and energetic about what you want, somehow magically, I don't know how the hell it works, but it just comes. I want you guys to be so obsessed about this $10,000 in the next 30 days. It's already done. It's done for every single one of you. We're going to make this happen, period. I promise you we will. You will. Oh, I'm getting so fired up from just some of y'all. Like, it's freaking retarded. Like, I'm telling you right now. Like, and you know what's cool? We're going to have a hangout at the end of the year. We're going to look back on this hangout, and we're going to laugh because we were like, damn, like, do you guys remember, like, 10,000 a month was our first milestone? Like, well, we're going to be talking at the end of the year, talking about, you know, hey, let's go and hit 50,000 and make that our new goal. You know what I'm saying? I promise you we're going to have that conversation. Why? Because every time that I've ever said that I was going to do something, it just happens. And it starts right now, right? It starts right now with the decisions you make. So last person, Tracy, and then we're going to close it up soon. Tracy Lambert. I don't know. We didn't hear from you earlier, right?
No, not earlier. I have to be on a business call.
Oh, it's all good. Miss Tracy, what are you going to do to show your team leadership? next week?
I'm gonna stay up to 3, 4 o'clock in the morning if I have to. I'm gonna bring in 5 people this week. I'm gonna sneak on at work, talk to every person I can to make sure I got those 5 people. I already got my North Carolina ticket, so of course I'm gonna be there. June 2nd, I'm gonna go all in on my products and make sure it happens. That's it, correct.
I believe you. I believe you. Do you guys realize that if you guys, all of you, you hit your goals of 10,000 in a month, some of you guys are going to do more. So, some of you guys don't realize it, but you're going to do more. But when you guys hit those goals, that's going to give you, like I told you earlier in the Hangout, the credibility that you need to forever make money in the industry. Think about it. Like, okay, Tora, you post that you made 10,000 in a month on Facebook. What do you think is going to happen to your business?
Oh, it's going to spike because everybody's going to want to know how the hell I did it, and they're going to want to get in.
That's it, right? That's it. Gina, you post that you made 10 grand in a month. What do you think is going to happen to you? Everyone's going to go nuts. Everything's going to go viral. It's going to be shared hundreds of times. What do you think is going to happen?
It's going to skyrocket.
That's it. So do you all agree that credibility is how to get to the next level? Does that make sense? Yeah? Yeah? Because, you know, man, it's crazy. Like, I'll just tell you this. I appreciate every single one of y'all. I got to mentally prepare myself for, like, the biggest grind of my life. So tomorrow I will be taking the day off so I can go June 1st through the 25th. I'm going to be on the phone a lot, which I got to prepare myself for that because I know a lot of you guys are going to start bringing some people in. But it's already done. If you guys want to do, like, I know I say, like, even my mind's totally in the gutter. I was like, if you guys want to do a 3-way, but a 3-way.
No.
A 3, damn. Oh no, like that. Like, wow, I didn't know I was that unattractive. But a 3-way phone call, right? We can do that as well, right? We can do that as well. I totally am normally against that, but because we're running so hard in the next 30 days, I'm totally down for it, right? You guys just let me know what I can do for you to help you bring people in. We're going to make it happen. We're also going to start this co-op sometime probably on Monday. I'm going to start looking into it tomorrow morning and then seeing if we can do it tomorrow night or Monday morning and do a link rotator where the people that have already made the decision to go all in are going all in. We're going to start running traffic to your personal affiliate links. That way you start getting some signups based upon the traffic that we run. And we'll talk about that tomorrow. So we're going to have another hangout tomorrow. So as a last-minute declaration, because I believe that that's more important than anything, I want you guys to make a post, a personal post, and I want you to tag everybody that needs to know about the result that you're going to create. And you tell them that you're going to create X type result at the end of the month and that you're going to do it with or without them. And they better join you now because they're going to be sadly mistaken if they don't. By the end of the month. So can everybody on Facebook tag everybody here on Facebook? Just tag everybody that's on this hangout and go tag everybody that you believe needs to be in your business and you tell them that's it, period. You're going to make it happen in the next 30 days and they better join you right now or they're going to be left out. Cool? Can everybody go do that right now? Everyone? Yeah? Awesome. So if you guys don't have any more questions for me, I'm going to end this now and I will talk to you.